Miraculous rescue. A 10-year-old trapped for 17 hours in the earthquake rubble, making it out alive. As crews work overnight in Italy, searching for survivors on the ground and in the air, the death toll climbing as more than 200 aftershocks rock the country.
Stakeout shooting. A waiter furious that a customer pulls out a gun, fires it on the job. People hide behind tables, running for their lives.
Hope Solo suspended. The soccer superstar in trouble again, this time for calling her Olympic competitors cowards. Her contract now terminated. Is the penalty going too far?
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And Good Morning America. A lot to get to and a lot of reaction to that Hope Solo suspension overnight. The goalie in trouble for what she said at the Rio Olympics after losing to Sweden. We're going to get into that coming up.
It's coming up on our big board. Also, Donald Trump firing a big crowd in Jackson, Mississippi overnight and getting a lot of reaction for something he said right in the middle of the speech. And watch the reaction of this woman on his left as Donald Trump talks.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human bigot.
Hillary Clinton firing back as well. A lot of politics coming up.
All right, and then we want to get to those massive tornadoes tearing through the Midwest. Dozens reportedly touching down from Indiana to Ohio overnight, destroying homes and buildings. ABC's Alex Perez is there on the scene for us in Kokomo, Indiana, with all the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Amy. People here say this storm ripped through town in seconds. Take a look behind me here. This is what's left of this Starbucks building. Employees have packed into the bathroom to stay alive.
Oh my God, Starbucks just got blown over. There's people in there.
Overnight, tornadoes tearing through the Midwest.
Holy cow.
Storm chasers capturing the moment this twister in Kokomo, Indiana began to form. You can see the debris slowly circling up. One tornado picking up speed with wind gusting more than 130 miles per hour.
That's a tornado.
Hundreds scrambling for safety, including these school children who huddled covering their heads.
I tried to push the door and the wind was just blowing so fast. I shut the door and then it blew my window out.
It was crazy. Like, our roof got ripped up. You could hear everything that was going on outside.
Watch again as the twister blows down this Starbucks like a pile of straw. Employees hiding in the bathroom, making it out with only minor injuries.
I mean, a couple other guys were able to wedge the doors out and get everybody out.
This morning, the devastation is clear. Dozens of homes in pieces, cars on top of one another, and the streets almost impossible to drive down.
And the cleanup around town just now beginning, but here's the good news. Authorities say, luckily, somehow in all of this, no one was killed. Amy?
Wow, that is remarkable when you see those images. Thank you so much, Alex. Let's turn now to Ginger for more on these severe storms. 8 million more people at risk today from Oklahoma to Ohio, and all eyes on that tropical system forming in the Atlantic. Ginger, a lot to get to.
Much to get to. So let's first start with those tornadoes. 35 reported. Just to give you perspective, Indiana and Ohio get 2 on average in August. So this is a big deal for this time of year. Now that energy has moved to the east. Detroit's in it today. Cleveland later this afternoon and evening. Parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and even Missouri have to watch out for damaging winds, hail, and even tornadoes. Now I wanted to turn to the tropics. The Caribbean already getting some of that. St. Martin, lots of rain, 4 inches. Remember, that's just a tropical wave as of right now, and that's the one we're concerned about, not Hurricane Gaston. So you'll hear that this morning. You'll say, oh, Gaston's the 3rd hurricane of the season. Don't worry as much about that. That's staying out to sea. It is this one here that has to fight through a lot of dry air the next couple of days. It has a 50% shot of becoming a named storm in the next 48 hours, and it's South Florida right now that we're watching. It's kind of steering it, that big high. We'll come back with a lot more, George, in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We move on now to Italy, where the death toll continues to climb from that massive earthquake. Rescue efforts overnight, more than 200 aftershocks rocking the country, and this drone video of the region shows the crushing destruction from the quake. ABC's Terry Moran is on the scene in Amatrice with the latest. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, George. Those aftershocks keep rolling through. A couple of them woke us up last night, sent people scurrying into fields and streets. The danger is real. It could happen at any moment. Take a look at this. That is the ancient church of San Agostino. Dates back 500 years. It's a wreck. Emergency workers tell us that tower could come down in the next big shake. 17 hours after the earthquake first struck this small Italian town, a rare moment of hope amidst the rubble. Firefighters spot the legs of a 10-year-old girl named Wjla. They hear sounds from her direction, and they respond with messages of encouragement as they successfully pull her to safety. She emerges to applause and cries of, "She's alive." Further west in the historic town of Amatrice, one of the hardest hit. Another team gently pulling out first a little boy, then a little girl from the wreckage, both survivors. This morning, rescue workers meeting on the outskirts of town, mapping out where they need to go, determined to save lives.
Yes, it's very emotional, but the emotion, you feel the emotion after the day, after a month, after a year.
You proud of this work?
Yes, I'm proud of this work.
This exclusive new drone footage illustrates the scope of the devastation in Amatrice, the invisible line between the new town, where houses remain untouched, and the old city, where 3/4 of the town has been flattened. Take a look at the main street before the disaster, and here it is after. Once so picturesque, this town square, now a wreck. The clock tower is all that is left standing now. Cars crumpled, homes reduced to skeletons, looking more like doll houses. This tattered Mickey Mouse doll lying in the rubble. And in the wake of the powerful quake, more than 200 aftershocks have been unleashed. We made our way through shattered villages, shell-shocked residents returning to see what's left of their homes. Rescue workers tell us that what makes this work so hard is these old stone buildings just completely collapsing in on themselves. Getting this done, getting in there and finding out who's in there is grim, it's dangerous, and it is going to take a while to complete. Amy?
All right, Terry, our hearts are with all of those in Italy right now. Now to a deadly attack in Afghanistan, where militants stormed the American university in Kabul, killing at least 12 people and injuring more than 20 others. A siege going on for hours as students fled for their lives or barricaded themselves in classrooms. ABC's Alex Marquardt is in Beirut with the very latest on that. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Amy. That's right. Harrowing stories coming out of Afghanistan this morning. This attack starting as evening classes got underway. Students immediately posting on Twitter and Facebook that the campus was under attack. Others jumping out of windows and trying to climb walls to escape. The attack lasted for 10 hours.
He kicked our door by his feet 2 times, but we were panicked.
Security forces and medical teams, backed by American advisors, swarming the scene. Police described the attack as complex, with 3 attackers, one blowing himself up at the university's entrance, allowing 2 gunmen to enter.
We didn't feel good and safe, so therefore we jumped from the 2nd floor and escaped.
In the end, 12 were killed, including 7 students. So far, there has been no claim of responsibility, but the Taliban is a prime suspect. The State Department condemned the attack.
An attack on a university is an attack on the future of Afghanistan.
The university was a personal project of former First Lady Laura Bush's. It's the kind of place where Afghan students talk about using their educations to strengthen their country, and that is what makes it a prime target for terrorists. George?
Okay, Alex Marquardt, thanks. Back here at home, the race for the White House hotter than ever, with Donald Trump sharpening his attacks on Hillary Clinton and signaling his most dramatic shift yet on immigration. ABC's John Carlos on the trail with Trump in Jackson, Mississippi. Good morning, John.
Good morning, George. This shift on immigration is a stunning reversal for Trump on his core issue, and it comes as he is out with a brand new, harsh label for Hillary Clinton. Speaking in Mississippi overnight, Donald Trump gave a provocative new label to Hillary Clinton, for the first time branding her a racist.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color only as votes, not as human beings worthy of a better future.
Watch the reaction from this woman as Trump makes the attack.
Hillary Clinton is a bigot who sees people of color.
In an interview on CNN, Clinton quickly fired back.
He is taking a hate movement mainstream. He's brought it into his campaign. He's bringing it to our communities and our country.
Trump is now trying to appeal to minority voters, making a huge flip on his core issues.
You're going to have a deportation force. We're rounding them up in a very humane way.
But Trump now says some of the nation's 11 million undocumented immigrants should be allowed to stay.
Do we tell these people to get out, number one, or do we work with them and let them stay in some form?
He says he would keep the door closed to citizenship, but for the first time he is saying he is open to giving legal status to the millions who came into the United States illegally.
Who wants those people thrown out?
As for Hillary Clinton, now she says she plans to launch a major counterattack. In a speech she plans to give in Reno, Nevada today, her campaign says she'll declare Trump out of the mainstream, linked to his so-called alt-right political philosophy that embraces, quote, extremism and presents a divisive and dystopian view of America. Trump's new position on immigration sounds a heck of a lot like what Jeb Bush proposed during the Republican primaries. Back then, George, Trump harshly attacked it as amnesty. Now a spokesperson for Bush is reacting, saying it is unsurprising that Donald Trump is finally faced with reconciling his immigration policy with reality. It's something Governor Bush predicted last year. George?
Okay, John Carl, thank you. Let's take that to Matt Dowd right now. And Matt, the Trump campaign is still saying, even though he's talked about this on the stump now for the last several days, this immigration position, that he's going to come out with a formal position in the next week or so. If this sticks, if indeed he does say that some of the undocumented immigrants in the country right now can have a path to legalization, that would be, as John said, just stunning, given everything he said over the course of the primary campaign.
Well, I think it'd be the most fundamental shift in his whole campaign to this point. I think there's two problematic areas that they have to be real careful of, the Trump campaign. First is, if you ask any Trump voter, the only issue that links them together is his immigration stand. No other issue links them together but immigration. The other thing he has to be careful of is he's supposed to be the tells it like it is politician, the one who's willing to say whatever it takes to get it done. Now, if he makes this major shift on this issue, it's problematic.
But isn't he shifting in a direction that more people agree with?
Absolutely. A majority of folks agree with the idea that we ought to have secure borders and figure out a way to compassionately deal with the people that are in this country. Absolutely. And I think it's primarily aimed at white, women, suburban voters. It's not really aimed at Latinos. It's aimed at those suburban voters that he knows this election could be decided by.
Meantime, we're seeing something of a hybrid Trump on the stump right now. He's using the teleprompter more, hitting themes a little more consistently, but you still see him go off and label Hillary Clinton with words like bigot. That seems to be the pattern going forward. His team is not going to is going to try to discipline him a bit, but also give him the free rein to do what he does.
Well, I would hope that the bigot line wasn't in the teleprompter. And as you had the interview with Kellyanne Conway, his campaign manager, she said on last Sunday that he doesn't personally insult anybody. Well, he's done a series of personal insults. I would hope we would have a Hope Solo standard in the course of this. When you say something outrageous, maybe you get a timeout for a while to figure out what you need to do in the course of this.
No time for timeouts with, what, 70 days to go until Election Day. I think that's the reality right there, Matt Dowd. Okay, thanks very much.
All right, George, now to a set of frightening plane landings right here in New York. Two packed aircrafts 2 hours apart, slamming into birds at JFK. The incidents, again, raising concerns about the dangers of birds around our airports. And ABC's David Curley has more now from Reagan National Airport in D.C. Good morning to you, David.
Morning, Amy. It's one of the most vulnerable parts of flight, a landing, and twice at JFK, jets on final approach, getting ready to touch down, hit birds.
During the morning rush, a JetBlue aircraft flew right into trouble.
On touchdown, we had a bird strike and hit the side of the aircraft.
Another pilot saw the effects.
A very small bird, it's dead.
And just 2 hours later, a 4-engine jumbo jet, a Singapore A380, one of the biggest jets flying, also hits birds, seen by other pilots.
Big flock of birds went into those 2 engines. It's kind of scattered everywhere.
They were small starlings. Another pilot reacted.
There's fucking dead birds on the runway. I don't want to take off.
While both flights at JFK completed their landings without further incident, bird strikes can be serious.
Hit birds who lost thrust on both engines returning back towards LaGuardia.
That is the real radio call from Sully Sullenberger's jet, which took off and lost both engines to bird strikes at less than 3,000 feet into the air, landing in the Hudson. A story.
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
Now becoming a Hollywood movie. Sully.
I got an A320 diving for the river.
Proof that nature meeting technology can lead to unexpected consequences.
No one has ever trained for an incident like that.
And JetBlue tells us that their jet was back in service last night. No word from Singapore, that bigger jet that hit really a flock of birds. And George, this is not uncommon. A couple of dozen times a day, a plane hits a bird.
Oh man, okay, David, thank you very much for that. We're going to get to the investigation now into a fatal zip line accident at Delaware State Park, where a woman died after falling 40 feet from the ride. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is here with the story. And Eva, this is raising real questions about the safety of these rides.
Exactly, George. It's an adventure through the trees so popular that this Delaware State Park recently opened a new junior course for kids, but this morning it's closed as investigators try to figure out how a woman could fall to her death when each participant is supposed to be attached to a safety system the entire time.
This morning, a zip-lining adventure ending in tragedy. A 59-year-old woman dying after falling from a course in Delaware.
I could see how it could happen as just a complete accident.
Authorities say the woman exploring Go 8 treetop adventure course in Bear, Delaware, fell approximately 40 feet off of one of the platforms, later dying at a nearby hospital. This YouTube video showcasing the course, which according to the company's website is a 2 to 3 hour journey through the forest canopy as you take on suspended obstacles, Tarzan swings, and breathtaking zip lines, all with an incredible view. Go 8 releasing this statement after the fall, saying it is deeply saddened by this tragic occurrence. Our thoughts and prayers go out to her family and friends, and in particular to those who were on the course with her at the time. Authorities still trying to figure out how this woman fell to her death.
If they didn't go through the precautions of hooking themselves up with the carabiner and lost their balance and fell on a platform, then it could be possible.
Meanwhile, this latest accident once again raising concerns about safety.
Of the millions of zipline rides taken every year, the industry says less than 1% result in accidents. However, there's still no federal oversight, only 18 states setting specific regulations for zip lining courses. A lot of questions.
Okay, Eva, thanks very much.
Thanks, Eva. Well, a developing story now from Connecticut, where hazardous material crews are on the scene of a large chemical spill. 400 gallons of the highly toxic chemical hexavalent chromium spilled from a metal plating company into a river and wetland area in the town of Southington. That is the same cancer-causing chemical that was the subject of the Aaron Brockovich movie. Authorities say no homes or other businesses are in the immediate area, and they are working around the clock to contain any affected water and minimize risk. Well, there were some terrifying moments inside a steakhouse in San Antonio. Cell phone video shows a waiter opening fire during a dispute with two customers at lunch, firing several shots into the ceiling. Witnesses say seconds earlier, the waiter had been verbally and physically assaulted by the customers after he brought them the wrong order. Each of the men could now face charges.
Okay, let's go over to Ginger. Now you get the latest on those wildfires out west.
Yes, and today is the centennial celebration of our national parks, and look what's happening in Grand Teton National Park. That wildfire, just one of so many. These numbers have exploded this week. Now 43 large fires across the west, and it's not looking great, especially with heat along the coast there. Your local weather in 30 seconds. First, the Hot Cities brought to you by Wjla.
What are you doing up?
Mom said I can have a midnight snack.
It's not even midnight. It's 10:43.
Well, let's have a 10:43 snack.
Quietly, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shh. The family favorite, Wjla.
What do you call yogurt that comes in amazing flavors and packs 6 grams of protein per serving? Wjla Original.
And a very good morning, meteorologist Brian Vandegraff. Near 90 this afternoon, added heat and humidity. It'll feel like the mid and upper 90s. Could be a stray shower to the west. I don't think we're going to see too much in the form of that shower action. In fact, for Nationals game tonight, Orioles in town again. 80s will slip back into the low 80s, but I do think we should stay dry. Now, as far as temperatures the next couple of days, we are going to feel that heat really starting to build. Take a look at that mid-90s tomorrow. Once again, an isolated storm chance, but not too widespread. Near 90 for the weekend. Even warmer again next week.
Coming up on GMA, new outrage this morning over that sentence for a high school athlete charged with sexual assault. He got probation, not jail time, and now there are calls for the judge to be removed. Dan Abrams, Nancy Grace, you're going to weigh in live.
And then Hope Solo under fire. The soccer superstar now suspended over comments she made at the Olympics in Rio. Some saying that punishment goes too far. We will have Hope's reaction as questions are raised about her future on the field this morning. We'll be right back.